It's too much. With your legal advisor.
As I mentioned earlier, both Nile Breweries in Uganda and our parent company AB InBev globally, we're strong supporters and sponsors of athletics of the main events around the world. We sponsor FIFA World Cup with our brand Budweiser internationally. We've now come to become the official sponsor of the Olympics with our Corona 0% alcohol brand as of recent. And locally, we're strong supporters and sponsors of our rugby team, our football team, men's and women's. We're now going to sponsor and support as well our National Basketball League. And so partnering and sponsoring the Uganda Olympic Committee is simply an extension of the work that we already do in a platform that we believe, which is sports and how this connects with consumers. Sports is a big passion of Ugandans, and so is Now Special. So we're very proud to make that connection and partner up for what we believe is going to be a very fruitful and win-win partnership for the years to come.
Well, time and again,
Now Special is the number one brand, beer brand in Uganda. One of the campaigns that we're currently running ahead of the Olympics is the gold campaign, where the consumers can run to win actual gold medals. So the campaign is currently ongoing. We're very happy to have this activation in bars across the country, where people can order your Now Specials and run for a draw to win one of the 48 pure gold medals that we'll be offering, which connects with the many golds we expect to win in Paris as well. And not only that, we'll be running several different promotions in the outlets during the games throughout the Olympic campaign, so that our consumers can celebrate the wins of our Ugandan athletes with their favorite beer. Obviously, every partnership and every sponsorship agreement is a different one to manage and to discuss, and budgets need to be found, and interest needs to exist from both sides. But we're always interested in partnering with winning sports platforms like the one we've just signed today.
First of all, as the Olympic Committee, we're very happy and thrilled and excited to be partnering with one of the leading brands in Uganda, Nile Special through Nile Breweries. And we'd like to thank the MD and his team for partnering with us as we prepare and go for the Olympics, and also in the long term to develop sports in Uganda. With 45 days to go, currently we have close to 24 athletes who have qualified for the Olympics. Of those 24, close to about 20 are from athletics. We have one from rowing, Kathleen Noble, Charles Kajimu from cycling, and two swimmers who we'll get to know in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And all these different athletes, we're hoping rugby might qualify. They have one more event in the next coming weeks. We pray for them and hope, fingers crossed, that they'll qualify. Both the men and women are trying to qualify. But at the moment, these federations are having intensive preparations. The athletes, some of them, for example, are in Kapchora, currently training. We have those who are training from the US, for example. You know that we have, for the first time, going to have sprinters. You always are associating Uganda in athletics with the middle to long distance, but we also have a sprinter who has qualified. So we have a number of people who are training either here in Uganda, abroad, and through the federations, because it's not the Olympic Committee that does the preparation, it's the federation. So Uganda Athletics Federation, Uganda Cycling, Uganda Swimming, Uganda Rowing are working. Again, we have the local organizing committee through National Council of Sports has provided support. So the preparations are ongoing. We hope to have a countdown this Friday. You're all invited. Where again, we're partnering with Nile and other partners, where we shall give you further details on a number of other activations that we are planning on Thursday at about 5:30 in the evening at Skies in Naguru. It goes to having a national structure, having support for the various federations, because preparation and qualification for the Olympics is not an easy task. Many countries, by the way, for Ugandans out there, having a team of 25, 24, we are classified, if it, as a company, would be a middle-sized company. The average team from Africa, for example, of people going to the Olympics is 2 to 3, just for put it into context. So having a team of 25, 24 puts us in the middle, let's say middle-class sized NOCs. A lot of those countries you have spoke about have greater infrastructure, greater systems, greater partnerships with the private sector. For example, in the US that you referenced, they are 100% private-led. They don't get any money from government. All their support is purely private. So what we're looking at is how can we strengthen the federations to have the facilities, to have the programs. Already we're seeing that for the first time, we're having cycling. Cycling has not been to the Olympics, so we're already broadening. We would like to also get into other sports. We are very close to qualifying someone in dance sport. Very close, he missed by a few points. But the issue really is about having a strategic focus with the federations. Badminton as well, the lady was almost qualifying. So but what we'd also like to see is team sport qualifying, because a lot of those numbers are bumped up once. For example, if you see in Africa, the countries that have the largest numbers is Egypt, Nigeria, South Africa. Why? Because they have team sports. So they'll have volleyball, basketball, rugby teams. So we think by continuing this trajectory of supporting the federations in consultation with or collaboration with the National Council, the ministry, private sector, national federations, international federations, it will only get better. And I think sport in Uganda is growing. And I think next 2028, we target probably have about 6 disciplines in the Olympics. There is a natural connection between the values and aspirations of Nile and sports, committing to excellence. And we're going to have, as you're going to see, products that are neutral, as you're going to see very soon. We don't want to put the hat before the horse before the cart. So wait for Thursday. We shall be announcing how we're going to do those different activations. And we also have an inbuilt mechanism to try and provide some support to the athletes directly through this sponsorship. But as has been indicated, of this 200 million, about 120 is in cash, and then the other through activations that we're going to be doing together with Nile. And just stay tuned in terms of the announcement that we shall make on Friday, in terms of we think it's a winning proposition for both sides. And we still also believe I understand the aspect you're talking about of the alcohol. It's about responsible partnerships. So we are very careful about how we are going to manage the relationship on that side of affairs. So no minors, nothing of that kind will be happening, but it's purely a relationship which we believe dovetails very well with both sides' values.
It's too much. Who's your legal advisor? All right.
Can we read it?